Hey everyone, welcome back to this video series on the REST Assured tutorials. Now, today I'm going to talk about the types of parameters in REST APIs, okay, and how do you handle them using the REST Assured. So, I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but in my earlier videos, I already used a type of parameter which is called the query parameter. Okay, now there are two types of parameters. One is called the query parameter, and another is called the path variables. Okay, so when we were working on the weather API, right, when we were writing some basic tests using the REST assured, I already showed you how you can pass your query parameters, right? So in the weather API, we have seen how you can pass the API key and then there was another query parameter called the city name. So these two query parameters we are passing in the um, in our request, right? And then we were getting back the response. But we did not discuss what is a query parameter, right? How it works inside a REST API, and how you can use it to basically filter out your response. Okay, so let's understand a little bit more detail on what are the types of parameters if you're working with REST API and how you can basically handle them using the REST assured API. Okay, so let's get back to our previous test, which we were using for GitHub API, where we use the OAuth authentication to basically authenticate our request and then get the response back. Okay, so as you can see, this basically is returning you all the repositories belonging to a authenticated user. Okay, so you will see in the response, it will give back all the different repositories which are present for this particular user, okay, which we have passed the authentication for. Now, if we look at the GitHub API, okay, so let's see the results, right? So these are the different repositories, and you will see there are two repositories. Basically, I have created two repositories. Okay, one is sample private and one is hello world. Now, if I go back to the GitHub API, okay, here we were working on list repositories for the authenticated user, right? So let's look a little bit more into this, right? Now we use this get request URL, which is /user/repos, which basically provided you all the repositories present for this authenticated user. But if you look at more details about this particular API request, right, you will see there is a section called parameters. And there are a number of parameters provided here where you have the name of the parameter, you have the type of parameter, and then you have a basic description where you can find some values which you can pass for these parameters. Now, what are these basically? These are query parameters for this particular API request. Okay, so these are the different query parameters which you can pass along with this GET request. Okay, so I can pass the visibility, it can be public, private, affiliation, type, sort, direction, right? So these are the different query parameters. Now, what are the query parameters? So query parameters are nothing but these are passed in the API request in order to filter out, right? In order to filter out resources from your API response. Okay, so if some response is coming back to you, and if you want to display it in some particular order, or if you want to filter out only a particular part of the response, not the complete response, right? Then these parameters can help you do that. Okay, so let's see a basic example, right? Um, so as you can see, there are these two parameters called sort and direction. Okay, so what is direction? Sort is basically it will sort you based on these different parameters, right? So created, updated, post, full name, right? And direction is again ascending or descending. So you can basically sort your response values either in ascending order or descending order. Okay, so we'll see how you can sort basically this response which we have received uh, in this particular test, right? This is only returning you the directly default response value. But if I want to change this response value, something I want to sort it based on the type created, right? So when it was created, I want to sort it in that particular order. Okay, so how we can do that? So we saw earlier how you can pass the query parameter. You just need to pass use this method query parameter, and then you need to pass two values here, basically the name, right, and the value. So name is sort, okay, and then I want to sort it by created, okay. And the next query parameter I want to pass here is this direction, right? So let's give the direction query parameter here, and the value would be, I want to do it in descending order, right? So I want to sort my response values in the order of descending. That means I want to get the latest created repository first, and then the other repositories later. Okay, so this is the descending order of creation of repositories. Okay, so now you will see a different response value which you got earlier. It will be different from what you got earlier. It will be in the descending order of the repositories created for that particular user. Okay, so previously we got hello world and sample private, but now we will get sample private and then hello world because I created the sample private very recently. Okay, so this is the repositories I created recently while I'm recording this video. Okay, so let's verify this whether our response was sorted or not. So this is the name, as you can see, sample private. It's displayed first, and then the hello world was displayed. So the order of the response value has changed, right? So this is how you can basically filter out or change something in your response values, okay, using the query parameters. Now I, I was talking about the next type of parameter, which is also called the path variables, right? So for that, let's look at another API request type, which is list repositories for a user, right? For a specific user. So as you can see, for this specified user in the get request URL, we need to pass another value called username, and it is given by colon, right? So this implicates a path variable. So this is the path variable, which is again another type of parameter. So we are not passing any query parameter here. We are passing the value in the URL or in the get request URL itself, which is the username for the specified user, based on which this particular request will verify that particular resource based on this username field which you are passing, right? So this is the path variable, right? Using this path variable, we can identify a resource on the server, right? Now, if you've not noticed the difference between the two types of parameters, so one is the query parameter. Based on query parameter can be used to filter out your resources, and path variables can be used to identify your resources. So let's see how we can use this particular um, how we can pass this path variable into our get request, right? So let's create another test for the same. And for this, we will use public void get specific get repo for specific user. And then, so we need to, we will be using the same given, okay? And then auth, we need to authenticate this particular request. So using the OAuth2 API token, similar to what we've done. Now we need to pass a path variable here, right? So, or you can also, it is also called as path parameter, but just remember that there are two types of parameters. One is the query and one is the path. Okay. So this is how you can pass your path parameters or path variables. So here you need to again pass a string and then the value. So what is our string? That is username. Okay. So username, and then you need to pass the value here. So my username value is qscript20. Okay. So this is the path parameters which we are passing to this particular request. And then we'll follow the same sequence events, right? So we will get the URL here. So I will basically construct the URL here, and then dot log dot body. Okay, now let's define the URL here, which is API URL, and we'll say URL plus. Now please note how I'm going to basically change this request URL. We are not going to copy paste the same as it is given in the documentation. We need to change the request or the path parameter here, right, which we are passing. So you need to replace this with these brackets, right? You don't need this colon. You need to simply put this inside this curly braces, your path parameter. Okay, so that will form your URL. So let's execute this. Okay, so this got executed successfully. It is displaying all the repositories for the specified user. Okay, so this is how you can use both the query parameter and path parameter in REST assured. It's simple to use, and one is used for filtering out the resources, one is used to identify the resource on the server. Okay, so that's the difference between the two parameters, and that is how you can use both the parameters in the REST assured API. So that's all for the video. I hope you like the video. If you have any comments or questions, please leave it in the comment section of this video and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.